Hello everyone. In this video, we will discuss about diagnostic test. So what is the diagnostic test and how will we find it once we have a group of the patients, some of the suffering with the specific disease and some of the healthy persons, and both blood samples are going to laboratory for testing and reports is coming, then what is the impact of the test on the blood sample we need to understand. So for this point of view, we need to understand about diagnostic test. So here we have a 2 cross 2 contingency table. We need to understand 2 cross 2 contingency tables. As I said, some of the diseased and some of the non-diseased, and test is coming positive and negative. So if person is suffering with the disease and report is coming positive, it is known as true positive. And if person is healthy and report is coming positive, it is false positive. And if person is diseased and report is coming negative, that is the false negative. And if person is the healthy and report is coming negative, so that is the true negative. So this is about 2 cross 2 contingency table. So total positive report is A plus B, total negative report is C plus D, and total diseased person is A plus C, and total non-diseased person is B plus D. Now point is, what is true positive? So true positive means those have the disease and test is positive. And what is false positive? False positive means those do not have disease and test is coming positive. And what is false negative? False negative means those do have disease and test is negative. And what is true negative? True negative means those do not have disease and test is negative. So this is about true positive, false negative, and true negative. Now we need to understand what is the sensitivity. So sensitivity means the ability to detect people who have disease. So this is the sensitivity. And sensitivity means be sensitive to those who have disease. So who have disease means positive disease. So total true positive plus false negative is total disease positive. So sensitivity we can calculate true positive divided by true positive plus false negative. Now we need to understand what is the specificity. So specificity means the ability to detect people who do not have disease. Means negative people get specific, like total disease negative means false positive plus true negative. So specificity means true negative divided by true negative plus false positive. So this is the formula for calculation of the specificity. Now we need to understand predictive value. What is the predictive value? So sensitivity and specificity are good for describing a test, but in a clinical situation, the clinicians has the test result and wants to know whether the disease is present or not. For this purpose, clinician needs to know its predictive value. So there are kinds of the predictive value. First one is known as positive predictive value, the likelihood that a person with a positive test result actually has disease. And positive predictive value is the proportion of those with a positive test who actually have the disease. Positive predictive value can be calculated true positive divided by total positives, and it is A divided by A plus B if we see the 2 cross 2 contingency table. Now positive predictive value, we can calculate total disease test is positive, this one, and true positive plus false positive. So we can say true positive divided by true positive plus false positive. This is the positive predictive value. And negative predictive value, the likelihood that a person with a negative test result truly does not have disease. Negative predictive value is the proportion of those who test negative and are actually non-disease. So negative predictive value is true negatives divided by total negatives into cross two contingency table. We can calculate D divided by C plus D. So this is about positive predictive value and negative predictive value. So in this video, we had discussed what is the true positive, what is the true negative, what is the false positive, what is the false negative, what is sensitive, what is specificity, what is positive predictive value, and what is negative predictive value. So negative predictive value, we can understand D divided by C plus D, and we can also calculate total negative, false negative, and true negative. So we can calculate true negative divided by true negative and false negative. So this is about the diagnostic test. Thank you, everyone.